new set.
Are we back?
We back.
And bigger?
Bigger.
And better?
Better. Sound is better.
Same vibes?
Same vibes.
You look amazing.
Y tú también.
How has life been?
Ay, life is lifing and it's good. I got a new job, new friends.
Not new friends. You're a liar.
No.
Oh, new office friends. Those matter.
There's a couple.
Those
you
matter.
Can't always have a whole bunch.
Office friends.
Porque.
Tell us about this new set.
This new set is amazing. We have an audience today.
We do.
And for you guys that didn't show up, oh well, you missed out. And we have our tea, so when we want to drop some tea, you know what I'm saying? We have our juice jar. We'll do that later, and we'll do it throughout the season. What else?
So yeah, let's tell the people about our new partnership, sorta, with Hartford Public Access.
Hartford Public Access TV, absolutely. We want to thank Gil Martinez. We want to thank his wife Marisol. We just met her today, but she's amazing. We want to, the GOAT Mike, the GOAT Jose. They're amazing. Thank you so much for just being here and letting us know, helping us learn.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a great process. Yeah. We've been having conversations for a while. I want to address for our real fans the semi-elephant. We took a season off.
We did.
You may or may not know, and we'll touch upon this later in the season. I lost my life partner. And I had a conversation with Diana, and I really felt like I needed to take the time. So we prayed and talked, and it worked out that we are relaunching bigger and better than ever with a big partnership. Mm-hmm. And we have real cameras.
And lighting.
And we have like mics.
And we're going to have podcast mics, but we just couldn't have them today. But it's okay.
So tell me what you've been up to.
Oh, Nina. Well, they let me go from my other job, and I got a new job, and it just so happens that it's a better situation. So you know how it's so much better. And yeah, everything's good. My kids are amazing. One of my kids is in the Marines now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My oldest, Aaron, he's in the building, and Jalen and Denise, they are all in the building, and my husband, Carlos, he over there. My bodyguard.
I told him he has to be on his best behavior today. He's like, I have no choice. What am I supposed to do?
No, but everything's good. I mean, you know, with the way life is right now in our country and in the world, I am blessed to wake up every day and be able to put my feet on the ground and walk and feel. And I just try to bring joy, because I think I'm an empath. I got to stop doing that. Oh my gosh. I think I'm an empath, so I try to bring joy.
A real mic.
Next time I'm gonna wear a blazer, girl. No, but everything's good. I mean, you know, and I know that you, with the passing of your husband, it was a very hard transition, and still is, because I love Phil very much too, so that was very hard. But it's still hard, so I can just imagine for you. But nonetheless, he always said how we needed to make sure to keep going, turn on the mic, do what you gotta do, just do it.
So it was a force.
Yeah.
No, thank you. We won't make that heavy today, but what we will discuss is your tan and my tan, and why we're tan.
Bueno. Bad Bunny is the reason. So, as a lot of people know that follow us, I have been trying to find tickets to Bad Bunny, right? So much so that I was standing in line for the bomba to get tickets. And people was like, what are you doing, Diana? I'm trying to get tickets.
Yeah, that's not on brand.
But listen, I was like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And, you know, that's what I just kept telling myself. I was trying to find them online and to buy them legit, but then everybody was having, like, all this stuff was going on with StubHub and all this stuff. I was just like very scared to invest my money. There's actually people in the audience that it happened to, that they went and were not able to be a part of the concert. They got their money back, but you're spending money on airfare, hotel, car rental, and you're excited. You get there and they're like, no, you can't come in.
That's awful. That actually happened to my girlfriend too.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was scared. So when Rocio called me,
that's me. That's me.
Rocio called me on a Friday, so I work from home on Friday. So she called me on a Friday around 4.
Yes. So rewind a little bit. Let me tell you how this happened. So I knew we knew Bad Bunny was coming. Whatever. We usually go to tons of shows.
Yeah.
And I put in a ticket request, and I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to go. It was still very soon after Phil's passing. Then my best friend Shirley's husband got us tickets, and I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go. It was like a sign for me to go. But I had been talking to Diana, and she had been wanting to go so bad that I was like, damn, how can I get a ticket? How can I get a ticket? So I'm in Puerto Rico, and my girlfriend Liliana comes in, so she's like, oh girl, I got an extra ticket if you know anybody who wants a ticket. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I said, I mean, you guys don't know this side of Diana, but she's sometimes a little bit of a worry wart. So I was like, oh, do I tell her, do I not? And then I said, Diana, I have a ticket, but it's for tomorrow. And it's for tomorrow.
I was like, say less. I got on my phone. I was like, tiki, tiki, taki. Diablo, 300 pesos.
Exactly, because tickets were going for like $1,200 or something.
Yo, I'm telling you, because I'll jump on a plane. If y'all already know, I'll be on a plane with my girl Rachel. She is in the building as well. We are actually planning a Jamaican trip right now. But anyways, husband, you don't know that yet. So, I'm like, $800. I started figuring out. I was just like, you know what? If I would have bought the ticket and everything else, it would have been way more than that. So I was just like, you know what? You only live once. And then
I'm so proud of you for that, though.
Yo, and then I had a braid appointment on Monday.
Yes. So we didn't plan the braids either,
I know.
which happens a lot. So Diana then, she's like, after she's like, okay. Then she calls me. She's like, yo, these tickets legit? And I was like,
before I hit pay, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah. So fast forward, we had an amazing time at Bad Bunny. What did you think of the show? We'll talk about it a tad because everyone's talking about it.
Yeah. I am so proud. Like, I'm always so proud to be Puerto Rican. As you guys know, like, I always either wear a Puerto Rican stud or a necklace. I have a flag around my neck. Like, you would think I was born there. But like I've said in the past, my mother made sure, and she's in the building, Mommy, where you at? My mother made sure to, she's like, whatever. But she made sure that 7th and 8th grade. Now, if y'all know what y'all know, like when I went to Quirk Middle School.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I was at Barner Brown, mainstream English, and she said, no, a ti se te va a olvidar español, which means you're going to forget your Spanish. And I was just like, what you mean? So she didn't even say nothing. I just went to Quirk Middle School, and I was in mainstream Spanish bilingual. I was like...
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 13.
Wow.
After being in all English classes through kindergarten through 6th grade.
That's intense.
I was in the 7th grade with a whole bunch of off-the-boat Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Mexicans, people from Venezuela. And I didn't mind it, right? Because, you know, I had to learn. Yeah. I knew some, but it was chapeado. Like, it was not good Spanish. So that year, I was not happy, but se lo agradezco mucho a mi mamá porque ahora sé el español, lo sé leer, everything. I know how to do everything. I can translate it, everything. So, and I don't translate for free, so just in case.
And I make sure I'm your agent. We don't do anything for free.
No se puede porque imagínate. But yeah, very proud to be Puerto Rican. So when I went to the concert, first of all, when I got off the plane, first of all, when I see a palm tree, first of all.
So many firsts.
No, not at first. I'm just saying,
know.
When you see it, like when you feel it, the air is different.
No, you mean when you land and they clap?
And you see a palm tree, it's like...
We're clapping. We're in Puerto Rico. If
like,
they don't clap,
right? It's like,
amazing.
It's just a rush. Y tenía un calor, and I started sweating 51, girl. Pero cuando llegué and we got together and just the experience outside.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The like everybody your cousin, the people I don't even know, like everybody your cousin.
Yeah.
We're celebrating with people to the right that from España. There were some people from the Canary Islands, from Africa. I was like, bro, all these people came from all these different places to come see Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, a Puerto Rican. And like he said, La plena se está oyendo throughout the world. La plena, which is a dance in Puerto Rico, is being heard throughout the world. And it's true. So I cried 3 times.
Aww.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did not.
You did?
Sorry.
No, I cried because, and not even with the dancing song that everybody cries about. Like when he came out with the Jíbaro set, you know, for him to he's 30 years old. He doesn't have to acknowledge that. Yeah. You know, he's big enough. He doesn't have to have like all this history playing in front. Before, like he could have DJs opening up for him. He could have opening acts. No, he chose to have about 30 slides of different history things that happen in Puerto Rico for you to sit there and read if you don't know about the plena, about boxing in Puerto Rico, about whatever. And people sat there and read it. And I was surprised about that. And it was just amazing. Just a cultural amazing thing, that's all. Okay, si no lloro y no quiero llorar.
I thought it was great. I had a great time. And I agree with everything you said. I think there's something so beautiful about the fact that he has taken a stand and made it a point to like educate people about Puerto Rico, but not just like, oh, the beaches or whatever, but the history and the lineage and the pillage and all the negative things that have happened as well, but educating on who, a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't even know they were Puerto Rican. I didn't know this one was Puerto Rican. So I had an amazing time.
So did I.
It was great.
And it was people, they were white people, black people, like they don't even understand the music and they're there. It's so crazy and so amazing.
No, my best friend is Ecuadorian and she was definitely like, me gusta la, you know, the word we can't say.
Yeah.
De Puerto Rico. I was like, yeah, you too. Nonetheless, yes, I wanted to talk about that because I feel like everyone's talking about it, and it's such a pivotal part of who we are, which is the essence of this show. Shout out to my mom and dad who are in the audience too. My mom is one of the reasons we have this podcast. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So yeah, but that transitioning into today's topic,
Jesus,
which I think is really good.
It is.
Yeah, today we're discussing identifying the red flags in a relationship. Don't be colorblind, bitch. Don't be colorblind, bitch. Don't be colorblind, bitch. And I'm going to take the moment to identify as a colorblind person. As I run.
I think we've all had that.
As I run to the red flags.
Me too.
Run.
I used to run to the red flags too. I used to run to the red flag. Like red is such an amazing color, right? And so,
but when you run and you get closer, it gets like a shade of orange.
No.
Even though flames are coming out of it, right? And you're like, no, but I can't.
The flame, if
I water it,
no,
it'll
water it.
dim. Yes.
No, listen, it's making excuses for the red flags, right? Like, oh my gosh, you know, but he's such a great guy. You have to. Oh, no.
Well, let's go into what a red flag is.
Yes.
A red flag is a warning sign, something that signals potential danger, harm, or unhealthy behavior in a friendship, relationship, or even a workplace. Doesn't always mean the relationship is doomed. Bitch, yes it does. But it does mean you should pause, pay attention, and not ignore what your gut is telling you.
Listen.
Okay, I want to say.
You've ignored your gut. I know I have.
Honey, my name is Rocio, and this is like AA. This is like AA, and you guys can judge me all day. I've been a spearhead of the Red Flag Society.
Well, I'm no longer any type of spirit. I have a husband, and we are happy, right, baby? Yeah. So I'll answer for you. But I will talk to the past and the then, right?
Yes.
And the dating and all that then versus now. Like some of the stuff people got to deal with now is more than red flags, yo. There's like all types of craziness going on.
What are well, so what are some, now that you've obviously been in a relationship and married, but I would love to get an example or an experience of a red flag for you back then when you were dating, and then see if there's been any growth, because I think there's a bit of an epidemic.
Joe, I think I was the red flag.
Wow.
I think I honestly think I was a red flag. I had commitment issues. Like it was always like a double Dutch type of situation. Like even the getting married, I was okay with being Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. You know what I'm saying? Where they were together for a while. My husband was like, nope, we gonna get married. I was like, okay. So yeah, I mean, back then I think I was probably the red flag, but I think the red flags then differ just because of technology and stuff now. Like there's so much stuff happening now that I don't know how it would have played out back then. I think it would have been a lot, I don't know. I don't even want to say domestic stuff but I think it would have been a lot more of that, because old school stuff is totally different than what's happening now. But I think that like the rise in technology now has made it like really hard to date. Like I think the interaction piece of it, like being able to like the way that I met my husband, he was friends with my brother, and he was in my mother's backyard because we used to play spades and, you know, all types of stuff. And I rolled up on him because, you know, when I like what I see,
that's a whole nother episode.
That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
I rolled up on him, and I told him that he was playing something in the street. He had a nice truck, you know, so I was like, oh, yeah, nice truck. Hold on. And then when I rolled up on him, he had a job,
green
right?
Flag, green flag.
He had a job,
green
right?
Flag.
He wasn't a drug dealer. So I was like, oh, he got a job, and he got a nice
I'm sorry,
car.
he wasn't a what?
He wasn't a drug dealer.
Wow, okay, okay.
So,
red flag.
Yeah, because at that time I was like, oh, I'm a drug dealer. And then when I
time.
found out more, you know, I was digging, then he had his own property. I was like, whoa, wait a second, and he's single. So he was playing his music all loud, and I think I've said this before in the past. I was like, yo, can you play this? And he was like, nah, like, what you mean? I was like, girl! I was like, I came in on that joke.
I'm running. I'm running.
No, it was like nobody ever says no to me. Like,
right,
what?
exactly. So
like,
you're
no,
running. You're running
no.
towards it.
He kept saying no to me, and then I was like, I told him to meet me somewhere, and then he didn't come at the time I told him to come, and then when he got there, him and his friend wore suits, and they looked like Miami Vice. Sorry, I did. And his friend had a white suit on. He looked horrific, but my husband looked good. But then he came there, and then he said hi to me, and then he went to go dance to some other chicks, and then didn't pay attention to me the whole night.
Do you think
I still wanted him.
Do you think he identified you as the red flag? So he was right.
I think he was just trying to have a good time. He wasn't worried about me. So then I told my brother, and I wish my brother was here. I told my brother, I said, yo, let me get your boy number. And he was like, did my boy give you his number? And I said, no. And he was like, so I ain't giving you his number. And back then, people didn't have locks on their phone, so he went to sleep. I took the phone, like,
really? I don't think I knew this.
I did. I called him, and he was at, it's Sasa con Fuego now, but it used to be.
In New York?
Yeah, but
yes.
it used to be something else.
It used to be, I don't know.
But anyway, so he was there, and he says the story, how he'd be like, who's this? You know, like, who's this? And I'm like, Diana, negative sister, whatever. And then from there, after I told him I cooked, then, because, you know, he old school Dominican, so he needed somebody to read.
First of all, so much information.
I know, all at the same time.
So you that was definitely red flaggy. If I was him, I'd be like, red flag.
No, it wasn't.
How you get my number?
To me, it was a challenge. So to me, I was acting like a lot of the time back in the day, folks would say that I was more like a man, because we have so many guy cousins in my family, and I just saw that behavior. So a lot of the women in my family are the not the I don't want to say the aggressor, but they're the ones that, like, I would send a drink across the bar. Like I would, that was me. I would do that. And people would be like, are you crazy? I'm not going to do it. Why not? People don't do that. So you stand out.
Yeah. I've never done that.
Yeah. I used to send a drink.
I love that.
I used to send a drink, say hi, and bounce.
I love that.
Maybe like this.
It's for me, it's like now in 2025, I would feel like I've heard a lot of things about love bombing, red flag. Getting attached too soon, red flag. Talking about technology, like, red flag, would you consider a man liking other women's pictures red flag?
My husband don't got
Instagram?
He don't got social media.
I know, forget your husband.
I don't want to forget him. I think that's I don't know.
Like if your girlfriend was like, oh, but he keeps liking other girls' pictures.
Yeah, I don't like guys' pictures. So I think that I would Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah. And I think that the only people that follow me and that I follow back are like friends that I've had for a long time, like high school, whatever. Like I'm not pining over anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then even like on our podcast and stuff, the guys that follow us, they don't really be like.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
But I think I would be pissed off if I saw him liking.
Yeah, so that's red flag.
Yeah.
So that's funny because
I didn't even realize that.
Yes. We just remember when we discussed this topic and we were meeting here, and on my way here I told you that I was driving here and I saw an interaction between a couple, remember, on the street? Mm-hmm. And I was like, Diana, I think we should do this topic. So what I saw was I'm driving and the girl is standing, like getting into her car, but her energy is very much like, you know, waiting. And there was a guy and he was walking away, like walking backwards. And her energy was very much like, tell me to stay, you know, and I wasn't seeing the engagement, but I wanted to roll down the window so bad and be like, girl, go, run, do not do it, because his energy, it was just this energy exchange. I was like, yo, why don't we see these red flags? He was so dismissive of her, and she was so vulnerable, even in her stance, like, she was opening the door to the car, but like not opening the door. But open it like sexy. But like, come close the door. Like, tell me not to leave type. And I was like, girl.
He was like cringing in the car for her?
No, don't do it, don't
was
do
she
it.
cute?
Say no. She was so cute.
Was he cute? Girl, see, that's settling. That's what I'm talking about. That settling crap,
That's a whole nother thing. So settling. So
to me, that should be the red flag for the person that's settling.
Yes.
Like if you're settling.
So is settling the same as falling in love with the potential of a let's not just say man. Let's say person. So fall in love with the potential of a person means, but he
or she.
But only if he or she did this. Like if only
it depends on the age though. You doing that like in your 20s and like maybe in your early 30s, well maybe the potential, but if you like 47 years old and living with your parents, come on. And ain't nothing wrong with your parents now. Like if your parents are sick and you're there and you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's a different thing, right? But if your parents are alive and kicking, going on cruises and stuff and you in the basement somewhere, absolutely not. Like
red flag. Your parents went on a cruise, move out.
But not only that, like you getting snuck in.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I hear stories and I'm just like, yo me quedo callada, yo, because like, it's like.
Oh my God, you have to tell.
Because my friends and my friends, members only is here in the building.
Tell the story of the red flag at the doctor's office.
¿Cuál?
The red flag.
At the doctor's office.
At the doctor's office.
You started porque mi mente está.
I wasn't there. I wasn't at the doctor's office. But then I was like, oh my God, like she really thinks that was flattering. Which is interesting to me because maybe some people think it was flattering where she was like, oh no, he lets me work.
Oh, yes. So I was at the doctor's office and don't ask me for what, it's none of your business. And the nurse that was there, she was going on and on about the stuff that she has received from her husband. Now, mind you, I didn't ask her. She was just, I have one of those faces where I'm like, how are you? It's just like vomit and saying, and it's fine. Like I listen to people. So she started telling me all this stuff, and then she's like, he got me a new car, but girl, I don't be sharing that with my friends because, you know, my friends, this and this and that. So I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then she goes, and I only work here, you know, just so that I can have money to shop because he lets me work here. I was like, what? Lets you? How old are we? Because she was in her 40s. So it's like, lets you? And there's a lot of people that still talk like that. Right? So there's one person for another. There's people like that for each other, right? There's people that need that control, and there's people that want to control.
So the funny thing is, she wouldn't see that as a red flag at all.
Absolutely not.
She would see it as like.
And to me, it's like, I'm sorry, Lord. There's somebody for everybody. He wasn't cute. So I hear my friends. I have a few friends that are single. They crack me up because they go, you see that? She's ugly. She got a boyfriend. How she find somebody?
Because she be running towards the red flag, bitch. And she be like, I'm going to take this red flag and
all
I'm going to
these
use it
red
as a
flags.
blanket.
Just give me all of them.
Give me all. I need to stay warm. So I have here controlling behavior disguised as caring.
Warm with the flag.
That's controlling behavior. That's controlling behavior disguised as caring. Do you think that?
Absolutely. I don't think that's caring. Yeah, that's absolutely controlling behavior. Like, how does it sound for a man to say, oh, my wife let me go to the strip club. If my husband want to go to the strip club, go to the strip club. I don't care. Do your thing. Just don't bring no glitter when you come back.
Not glitter.
It's too close. It's too close. Ooh.
Diana, you're getting so excited. Controlling behavior disguised as caring. I guess that's, to me, what I interpret, like the conversation you had with her.
Yes.
But is there a difference between a man who is like, I just say man, woman, in a relationship, someone who's like, I want to take care of you, you don't have to work. So is the narrative different if they're like, you don't have to work and I'm letting you work?
I've never heard that, so I don't know.
Wow.
You've heard that.
Actually, no.
Have you heard that?
Yes. Yes.
I was about to say, espérate.
I have. Actually, yeah. No,
I mean, I don't think it's controlling, though. If a person is saying, I want to take care of you, whatever. Yeah. But for a person to be like, he lets me, is because there's something else going on.
Yeah, so I'll use Phil, for example. When I had Sophie, he was very much like, if you don't, at the time, I was in corporate, and he was like, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it was never presented to me like, I'm letting you. I obviously continued. I ended up starting my own business. That's a whole nother conversation. But I think for me, it wouldn't have come up as a red flag because it was a option. Mm-hmm. It was presented as an option. It wasn't presented as permission. Right. And I think the permission is the fine line for red flaggish behavior. Right. In a relationship.
Right. And there's so much red flagging right now. Like the boundaries we talked about, how people disrespect them.
Yes.
Right? Pushing past what, like if you're telling somebody that something bothers you and they continuously do it, that's a red flag for me. Emotional abuse. There's not just physical abuse, there's that emotional where, that gaslighting type stuff.
Yes, exactly.
That gaslighting, making you like, for somebody to be making you doubt your reality, or making you feel like you bugging, or if somebody's saying, oh, you bugging, oh, you crazy. Like, why? Like, why do that?
Or as simple as making you doubt how you feel about something, especially in response to something they've done.
Mm-hmm. Or memory, to me, that's or a huge, feeling. Yes. That's horrible.
Yeah.
This
is the new thing.
I don't even know.
I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Let's do it.
I think it's this.
I don't know what it means either. Are we doing it right, Tiana?
Red flag. Red flag. Controlling behavior disguises caring. Inconsistency. Oh, fuck.
They're going to have to beat that.
Sorry. Words versus actions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talkers out there. There's a lot of talkers.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of women that accept that, though. So if you're sitting there and you accept it and they continuously do it and you're accepting it, then they're going to continuously do it. So it's like a hamster wheel, right? Like you have to make sure that you put that boundary, that standard, whatever it is, because, as something as drastic as an abusive relationship, right? And sometimes they can't get out, but even emotional or somebody that's like bashing you all the time. So, or bashing each other, toxicity, right?
Red flag.
Red flag. But if you're sitting there, you can't complain about it if you're going to stay in the situation. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm
the
more
constant
like,
criticism.
Yeah, dating. Because
in
the future looks great.
When you're dating somebody and there's like, like
this is looking really shitty out here. Just saying. It's true. I'm coming from a situation. I've been very transparent about my relationship with Phil. We didn't work out as a couple, but we stayed. I will always call him my partner in life. You know what I mean? For example, 2 days before Phil passed, he sent me flowers for my birthday. and my birthday was a week away, and he literally passed away the next day. And I walked in, I'll never forget, I walked in from taking a class, and I looked at the flowers, and I told Sophie, I was like, when a man wants to, he will. And that's also something Phil taught me when I was 22, 23 years old when we started dating. And he was like running Universal Music at the time and doing all these things. And he said to me, when a man wants to, he will. So it's almost like now, not that I'm even in the space to start dating, but it's like, fuck, these standards have been set. And all I keep seeing and hearing is like red flag, red flag, red flag. Even from friends that I have who are married and in relationships, it's like it's something simple, you enjoy flowers, and it's like you're constantly having this conversation about flowers, and it's like it never comes through. So what do you do in a situation like that where the red flag is something you're already fully committed to?
Well, the standard is set, right? So if you're communicating that to your partner, to the person that you're dating, to the person that you're interested in, I think that if they're not picking up on it, then you got to move on. You got to. Because if you don't move on, then what? You're accepting and you're settling.
Red flag.
Red flag. You're
settling. I feel like I'm draped in red.
No, you're not.
No,
you're
joking.
Not. You're
joking.
Not.
No, I do, you know, it's as we were preparing for the episode, not only in sexual relationships, I'll use for lack of a better word, man, woman, 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 whatever. A lot of times there's a lot of red flags in friendships too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like there is, I remember I had a red flag early. I was 16 years old, and I told my best friend at the time, I was like, he's cheating on you. And I thought I was doing something that was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. She then went and brought him to me. And they both confronted me together. And my other best friend is in the audience. Shout out to Eva. It wasn't Eva, by the way. And it changed the dynamic of our relationship. And that to me at 16 was a big red flag where I'm like, fuck, I will never, unless it's my sister or someone. And at this point with technology, I'm FaceTiming, and we've had this conversation. I'm like, you could tell her, I'll tell her. You know what I'm saying? But back in that day, I happened to be dating his brother, and I saw the girl. I saw her come in multiple times to the house, and it was like, I thought I was doing something good. I thought I was being a good friend, and I thought I was doing something that I would expect to be done for me. The last thing I would think of is to get with my boyfriend who's committing the crime and then go confront you together.
So they were gaslighting you before gaslighting was a gaslight.
Bitch. Yeah, our friendship changed completely. It was never the same after that. But I never thought of red flags in a friendship. I never thought of red flags.
I've learned to mind my business now too. My husband, because we'll see stuff together, and he'll be like, "Oh man, that's my dog."
Not you see stuff together.
We see stuff together.
Ooh, that's the worst.
You see this face? We see stuff together. And he's like, "Oh man, I don't know. I'm just gonna mind my business." I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna mind my business too." But to the extent of if it's one of my girls that I grew up with, somebody I rock with all the time, somebody I know. Listen, I go up to them and I be like, "Hey, what's going on? Who this? Who this?"
That's what I said. I was like, now with technology and FaceTime, I'm like, you could tell her, I could.
You could take a video.
Wow.
And be like, mira lo que está pasando. Epa. Look at what happened.
But by the way, bigger red flag is someone who sees the video and is like, no.
I mean, yeah.
Happens.
No, but for her to freaking bring her boyfriend to you, that's crazy. That's diabolical.
So but it's not until we were preparing for this episode that I was like, that had an impact on me as I've gotten older, where it's like I'm very selective. I actually, same thing happened. I was much older in Vegas, saw my girlfriend's husband, and I was like, sorry, I never said anything. I was like, I don't want to.
The phone gonna ring when they see this episode.
I was like, I don't want. It was also, it makes you weigh the friendship. It's like, is this a good friend? It's also someone who is very, my husband. And I was like, I don't want to be that person. But he saw me, I saw him. And I had already, Phil loved his tea piping hot.
Yo, Phil used to tell me so much.
Phil loved his tea piping hot. So we were in Vegas and we saw him, and Phil was like,
That was TMZ before TMZ.
Yeah, he was.
I used to love saying that. He'd be like, yo, you know this dude and this dude, girl.
And he was encouraging me to tell her. He was like, you should tell her. You should tell her. You should tell her. And I was like, I won't.
Yeah.
But I never thought of red flags in a friendship.
Well, there's a lot of stuff like that happening. So I remember, I don't even know, like, probably about, I want to say like 30, 35 years ago, something happened, and this was in the north end of Hartford, where the same thing happened. The girlfriend told her friend.
Oh shit! Something bad is coming.
She brought her boyfriend, whatever. He killed the girl. He killed the girl.
This just went left.
He killed the girl, and then the girl was like, and then the girlfriend, she stayed with him. She stayed with him.
See,
they went
this
to court
is what I'm saying.
They went to court and everything. The dude went to jail, and she was up there like talking for him.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So be aware of red flags in friendships.
But the friendship one también. This is a different take now. I had a friend that didn't want me to be friends with nobody else. She would be mad if I hung out with other people.
That's a red flag.
I was like, what? Tú a mí no me puedes dar todo. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you getting mad? I have multiple friendship. I have multiple friend groups. I have my friend Ricky here who has multiple friend groups. What up, Ricky? And we all don't get along. But we all love him. We all love him. No, we do get along. Some of us do.
We forgot our shades. That was another prop.
I didn't mean to.
That was another prop.
Stuff. We all like each other. But anyways, not really.
That's a lie.
But
so for example, red flags in friendships.
I know, red flag right here in person.
She's a red flag. Friends who start trouble, red flag. Friends who only call.
We're too much alike. That's why.
Friends who only call when they need something.
Oh, jeez.
Passive aggressive comments.
It's constant criticism.
Disrespecting boundaries. Mm-hmm. Showing up uninvited. Damn, that's all.
Lack of empathy.
Puerto Ricans.
That's heavy Puerto Ricans.
I was gonna say, I guess we're all walking red flags.
Time out, because I know everybody in here could attest to this. Have a titi or somebody that's like, nena, tú estás gorda. Or nena, tú estás, which means, girl, you getting fat.
Or too flat.
Or you getting skinny.
Too skinny.
But never say, oh my God, you look amazing today.
Is that why we have a podcast called Cositas Mommy Never Told Me? Wow. Okay.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, it was constant criticism, whether it came from family, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, in our family at least, we were very honest. Like, if you come around our family and you have some type of, like, thin skin, don't come. Because all our cousins, everybody, we give it raw. There's no chaser. It's Henny, raw dog, okay? And we're talking about a triple shot. It's not just a little shot. It's going to be like, rakata. And you're going to be like, oh, my God. Like that. So people are usually like, oh, my God, you guys are so much fun, this and this and that. But don't ask a question if you want an honest answer.
Oh,
you
damn.
Won't get it. Like, if don't go to the jean store with me. Let me tell you, girl. They'll be like, those look horrible. Don't, And you think you look amazing. But that's a real... Those are real friends. Right. Right. I need that. I want, as I said before, my members only, Rachel, my best friend Nat is in the building. Nat, she know all the secrets. Sorry, baby. She know all the secrets.
That's
she got the
true.
skeleton. She said, wait, we were talking about something. She was like, they know everything. I was like, shh, pipe down, Nat. Nah, but that's a real friend right there. Like, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like those friends that will tell you, but when I say my family, like they straight.
I've never experienced that.
No, but you never really had like any, you know what I'm saying? Like were you asking them a question about something?
That's true.
Right? But,
now I never will.
If you're in
ever.
No, but
I never will.
If you're like in a situation, right? Like let's say like back in the day it would be a situation and they'll be like, well, what did you do?
Right.
You know? Like,
right.
well, you shouldn't have did that. You know, like, you know, that type of stuff. But very honest. I think all my friends are very honest too, though. I would say that we are a-holes, actually.
Are you admitting that?
Absolutely.
Because usually you call me one.
Well, we get along.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think
Absolutely.
lack of reciprocity, which basically means not going both ways, that sounded really weird, but not going both ways in a friendship. I have found that as you get older, friendships take a lot of work. And it has to be reciprocal. It's like moving back home was really difficult for me because I had this idea of like when I was 17, 18, and it's like you forget people get married, people have kids, people have lives. So it's like, it's funny because I had a conversation with my girlfriend Ileana this morning, and she was like, you know, I honor our friendship so much, Rocio, and it was like, she was like, we both put so much work into it. And I was like, you have to, as you get older, life gets busier, you have kids, and if you're not putting or pouring into the relationship, they just fizzle, they fall apart. Also, people change. And people grow. So it's like, do you find that would be a red flag?
I think it depends on the friendship, right? Because I have my times where I fall off the face of the earth.
Oh, I know.
And I've
experienced that actually.
And it is a family trait. It is a Ramos trait. I've seen it in my brother. I've seen it in my cousins. I've seen it in my uncle, my dad. So every once in a while, we have like this time where we just want to be left alone or whatever. My best friend Nat always checks in on me. Deanna always checks in on me. Rachel always checks in on me. You know what I'm saying? Those people are always constantly, where there's a text, like, Deanna will be like, bitch, what's going on? I ain't hear from you.
Rocio checks in on you too.
Rocio, well,
yeah.
you check.
Because you know why I know this? Because I checked in on, and I'll say it here. There. I know. I checked in, and she was like, Deanna already checked me. I said, okay, good. It's like, because I'm feeling an energy.
No, but this is the thing, right? So Deanna, she's like the softest, like she amazing, but she a thug. She a thug.
Yeah, I've heard.
Oh my God. But
I haven't seen it in action.
No,
I feel
not
left
a
out.
thug like pow pow, but she's like a thug like, bitch, are you good?
I have seen that.
You good?
You good? Because
I haven't heard from you.
Not good.
I'm like, well, if I'm good, I'm not good now, I guess. No, but no, I have amazing friends, as I said, the members only. We call ourselves that. There's, I gotta shout them out. Sorry, I gotta shout them out. Jennifer, which I call Jenny Cray, Bonnie, Ricky, Carmen, which couldn't be here, is her son's birthday today. Deanna, as I said, and then we invited Deanna's sister-in-law, Jasmine. Who else? Am I forgetting somebody, y'all? No, I'm good, right? All right. Vanessa. Sorry, Vanessa. I said her right. Anyway,
yes.
And then my best friend Nat, who's amazing. I am so blessed to have great friendships. And then Rachel, as I said before, we will jump on a plane in a minute. Like we will be like, yo, what's on sale? Y nos fuimos. So, and then we have like amazing friends between us, like, you know, like Mei Ling. Those are new friendships, but amazing friendships. And some other people, but
what would you do if you identified a red flag in a friendship? Let's say
I let them know.
Oh shit.
What especially if I mess with you, especially if you come to my house, if I'm sharing my space.
Yeah.
If I'm like, when I host, as you know, when I host, I forget the people. I just want to make sure everybody fed, everybody got something, everybody, you know. Yo, Rocio will come over and be like, not only Rocio, everybody be like, yo, can you sit your ass down?
No.
Like, we want to be with you. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to make sure you're good. You know, I want to make sure you're fed. And that comes from my mom, because my mom is like, you got to be a great hostess. Like, if you go to my mom's house and she cooking.
Every Wednesday.
It don't matter if you're not hungry. Ya yo comí, toma. And I think all Spanish parents,
it's true.
Your mom has done
that
to me.
The same.
So I know, si yo voy para la casa de Ilia, tengo que ir con hambre porque me van a meter el plato.
Exactly.
No, but I welcome it, especially
so you wouldn't,
el arroz blanco con el pollo guisado. But go ahead.
The best. You wouldn't stay in a friendship if that had red flags? Because it's funny, it says, when I was looking up like red flags and then friendships came up, it was like a lot of people stay in them because they don't want to be alone. Or especially long-term friendships, because you hold on to the history of the friendship.
Right.
So you rather, as an adult, you rather, instead of like rocking the boat or anything, you kind of just continue the friendship, even though it's like red flag, red flag, red flag.
No, I think that anything that has like any type of criticism, rude behavior, any type of like one-sidedness type behavior, like when you said earlier, like when somebody is only calling you.
Yes, exactly.
When they need you. To me, it's always like, if you're not filling my cup, if you're not pouring into me, then I'm good. Like, I'm matching energy. These days, I match energy all day. And, you know, if it's like, okay, like, for instance, we make sure in our friend group to see each other at least every month. And each month.
You guys are really good at that.
Yeah, each month somebody else hosts, right? So right there we get, even if we don't see each other in that month, and we do stuff together separately, but even if we don't see each other, we got that month to be able to come back with each other and say whatever problems, and we know that it stays there. And you experienced it. Yeah. You came over, and we were able to say the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Because everything ain't always pretty. And if you don't have a friend that you could do that with, you have to make sure that you tap in and make sure that you start thinking about, damn, who was that one person? Or who can I, because you have to be able to work, with anything. It takes work. Right? You have to make sure that there's care, that there's love, that there's empathy, that there's sympathy, that there's all those things. Because if not, then why are you in it? That's why there's associates. There's people that be like, oh my God, Diana, I haven't seen you so long. That's why, because I don't mess with you like that. You know what I'm saying? When we decided to do this topic, when it came to friendships, it was difficult for me because I was like, damn, I wouldn't keep a friendship. I feel like, for me, it was just weird. I just had a fucking aha moment. I feel like I would keep a relationship with a man with red flags before I would keep a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, a friendship is like, too much. It's so crazy that when it comes to that area, we're usually more open to continuously seeing the red flags and working through it and be like, no, he's going to change, or no, there's potential there, or if only this, if only that. And then with friendships, especially female friendships that actually I think are really important, you're quick to be like, no, fuck that. If I ever saw a red flag, it would be like over. Yeah. Yeah. I think that it depends, again, like what you put into it. Yeah. It's the more you put into something and the more that you value it and the more that they put into you, then it's harder to step away. Because I think if I don't even want to think about that because it'll make me emotional. Well, any of these friendships that I have now, if something would, it comes to a part, like if it became that serious, it would be like, no.
Like, we're not breaking up.
We're not doing that.
We're not breaking up.
Yeah, like we're not doing that. No, because it's friendships that are valuable. These are people that I can count on. These are people that I can call and have my crash out and have my meltdown and have my crying moments, and they're there for me. Yeah. And that especially, that is my pillar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we did have the one time when Don't. This is funny. This is fun. We did have one time a long time ago, and I missed her, and I think it was like for 7 months, and that will never happen again because I love her dearly, and yeah, and she knows that I will do anything for her. So, yeah, that would kill me. That would fuck.
Devastation.
Take my
but it's off. Not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen again.
It's not, because now we'd be like, girl.
Because guess what? Moving on before we wrap, what you did is you turned the whatever red flag and you turned it into a lesson, and you didn't like not having her in your life.
Oh, and now if there's anything you could
exactly.
be, you good at, it's never, it's always like it's always light, it's always, yeah. Because as you get older too, it's like
it's not that
the filter's gone.
Yeah.
And we match your energy. Oh, that's how you moving? Keep it moving then. Let's here go, Rock. Keep kicking at me, huh? Because listen, I got my core. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got my family. I got my husband. That's the thing. The people that they see you at your raw, right? Mm-hmm. Like when they come to your house, they see you at your raw. Like I don't have to put on makeup when my girlfriends come over. Yeah. They'll see me in a tank top and no bra. I don't care.
Yeah, but it's not even
these
like
titties be long down here.
Whatever. it's not even makeup like in the literal sense.
Right.
It's as you get older, I've experienced, especially recently, it was like when Phil passed, within 5 minutes my house was full of people. And it was not just people, it was like, and we're not gonna cry, but it was everyone just said present. And when you're older, the things you go through are absolutely more significant and deeper, and it's the inevitable that's coming to everyone. So this is not about morbidity or life and death, but it's really like what happened to me is coming to you and to you and to you, and it's like staying present at the times that matter as you get older.
And having
so for anyone who didn't stay present, it's like a huge red flag, and it's like, I don't have the time for it. And it doesn't have to be
to the people that were
exactly.
there.
And it's not about a dramatic exit. It's not about a dramatic fuck you. It's really like, wow, you just start seeing things when you have a baby, or your kids are in trouble, or your kids don't turn out to be that great, or your partner passes, or your child gets sick. It's so much about depth in friendships than it is about, because you can be present and not be there. You know, so it's the depth, it's the presence.
I mean, there's a lot of relationships like that now. I know a lot of people that are in it, but not in it. You know what I'm saying?
Repeat that?
In it, but not in it. Juggling. Whether they juggling dudes on the side, whether they're juggling girls on the side. Like, how, you looking real crazy. Like, to me, I mean, if you like it, I love it, rock on. But it's like,
that's a lie.
If you're not liking like, if it's not at home, then what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's a red flag right there. Because if you're allowing and sharing yourself, right, with someone else, then maybe be with that someone else. But if they don't see you as a person that they could be a main with, then that says a lot about them too.
Yeah, I definitely think it's about trusting your gut. It's
Absolutely.
about also respecting people's journey. You know, it's about if someone is going through a season where they're focused on finding joy at any cost. Like for me, I know that's where I've been, where I am as a result of a lot of things that have transpired in the last few years. It's even, as a silly example, as someone who decides to be a yogi and someone who really decides to like become a vegan. It's about respecting someone's process and making sure that you're supportive in it versus becoming that red flag of being like, oh my God, you're into yoga? Like, ew. Or allowing your ignorance or your immaturity to block you from continuing to be a supportive friend and becoming that red flag.
Right.
Because as always, as we sadly are coming to a close on this episode, I would love to hear, and I'll share as well, how you heal or how you transition or how you turn red flags green. Right? Because we like to look at them.
Or accepting green flags.
And that's a green flag.
Accepting green flags.
As
like
we're not going to be colorblind anymore.
Right.
I am no longer a member of the colorblind society.
But
that's
so
a lie.
Because I think that just as humans, we like a challenge, right? So we always are like, oh, but maybe, like, I'm speaking as a woman, you know, maybe if I did this, he'll change. Maybe if I have his child, he'll leave her. Maybe if other things that I'm not comfortable doing, and it's probably gonna hurt, but I'm not gonna give him my heart, but here's my heart.
And that's to me,
You know what I'm saying?
it comes down to honoring yourself, checking in with your feelings, and constantly trusting your gut. If something doesn't feel right, if it doesn't sit well with you, it's not good for you. You know, and that's friendships, that's professionally, that's personally, that's in a relationship. That's if you feel that you have to have continuous conversation with someone, it's not healthy. It's an automatic red flag.
Fight or flight, right?
Exactly.
If it's flight, fight.
Fly. Fly to Puerto Rico, JetBlue.
Otra.
Exactly.
Not Spirit though.
And
or a Velo. Jesus.
Wait, did you have to fly?
Oh
Anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
I had to fly a Velo. It's a nightmare, but anyway, it was horrible. Never again.
That being said, I feel like I have self-identified as transitioning from colorblindness. And just really relationship-wise, I'm a work in progress.
I've got to say though, espérate, before we wrap, I've got to say.
Oh God.
Okay, porque when I was single a long time ago, love you, baby, long time ago. Red flags were fun sometimes.
That's wrong. Red flags are really fun. I mean, we could talk about this forever because one of the things that came up.
To be able to,
yes. What if there's so many good things, and then there's like a lot of mini red flags.
No.
There's so many good things. Like
it's like a landmine, a landfill.
Yeah.
A few of the red flags.
Sorry. And there's so many good things about the red flag society.
But I get, like Rocio said, please. Oh, hey.
Wow, Diana, we're going to Jamaica.
I didn't know I did that. Live. No, but as Rocio said, please let us know any topics that you would like us to tackle this season. We have a new set. This may change up because we have other stuff that just came in and we're so excited about.
Yes.
Can't wait. We're going to have to extra.
We're professionals. We have podcast mics.
We got podcast mics. We no longer will have the lapel.
I know, that makes a lot of noise.
Pero está bien, esto está bien. Está bien para hoy, ¿verdad? Está bien para hoy. I'm glad that we're here. I'm so happy that everybody in here has joined us and has been patient and followed our house rules.
Yes!
For the most part.
So make sure you continue to follow Cositas Mommy Never Told Me.
Tell a friend.
On Instagram.
We gotta get our numbers over 1,000.
Over 1,000, we can do it.
So we could do live.
Yes.
That was crazy, by the way.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
On Instagram, YouTube, also Hartford Public Access. We'll be on the website. We'll be on their YouTube too. We're really excited about this partnership.
Share your pictures with us. Share them with Hartford Public Access TV. This was amazing. Thank you so very much, everybody, for coming.
Yes.
And we love
you.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you, Mike.